Lucifer Lou Holtz. That's what you are. You're the devil in disguise. It's been a long time since I've done a video to you. I'm sitting here in a loony bin, Lou. I'm like John Nash in A Beautiful Mind, a future Nobel Prize winner for stevia splitting water into a natural gas, stevia replacing cocaine as a stimulant, stevia curing cancer, diabetes, and obesity when consumed in massive quantities, comparatively to the little bit that people use now. And they don't give no bells for sex, but the violin, the fountain of orgasm for women, 2 fingers in and up to the bottom of the G-spot, Lou, stimulating the G-spot, 2 fingers now pressing down on top of the belly, below the belly button, touching those inside fingers, compressing and polarizing the G-spot in a violin action. With clitoral stimulation, you don't even have to use your mouth, Lou. You can do it with your thumb. 2 fingers in and out, another thumb is doing the clit. And you threw the Pittsburgh game, you threw the Texas A&M game, firing me for making the greatest stop in the history of Notre Dame football is proof that you threw that game. The fact that they didn't mention my name when I make the greatest stop, when it's obvious on tape, is proof that there was a gag order. If Dan Quinn gets in, don't mention his name, because he might just do something fucking spectacular like he used to do always in games in high school and in practice. And you threw the Pittsburgh or the Texas A&M Cotton Bowl by starting John Foley at defensive tackle. You ruined Tony Rice, who was a first-round draft pick, a guaranteed first-round draft pick according to everybody on the team. I saw you jump on him twice in practice. The first time you tackled him to the ground because Tony was shocked. The second time, Tony wasn't shocked and bent over and you hung like a baby koala bear. You're a monster. And I'm going to tell you the truth for as long as I'm alive, unless you come out and say stevia is a miracle or the violin is a miracle. No, say both. Stevia and the violin is a miracle. You're an old motherfucker, but you should still sexually pleasure your woman. I don't see what she saw in you, a little mini or a little Napoleon complex motherfucker like you. But everybody that I know hates you. Everybody that played for you hates your guts, Lou. And I'm going to tell your story. I'm going to tell your truth for as long as I'm alive. And I'm going to get famous, Lou. Dan Quinn would have been famous. If Frank Stamms was the 17th pick in the draft, I beat Frank like a redheaded stepchild. You had to kick me out the team to make room for him. If I was in the field, there would have been no room for Frank. You know, I could have played drop-in. Cedric Figueroa could have played rush-in. At Marty Lippincott at nose tackle, we're not only winning the national championship, we're the greatest defensive football team in the history of the game. 3 first-round draft picks on the front line. Anyway, Lou, say stevia works, it's a miracle. Come out with a little press conference. Say the violin works in a little press conference, and I'll keep my mouth shut. That's my promise. Don't, and long after you're dead, I'll attack you with my words, and I'll attack your son with my words too. Skip is probably a chip off the old block, just like his old man. The fact that he's a head coach, the fact that he actually played when he was at Notre Dame as a walk-on, the fact that you actually played your son, it demeans football in its entirety. Anyhow, come out, say my 2 miracles work, and I'll keep my mouth shut. That's my promise. Don't, and I'm going to bury you with your truth long after you're fucking gone, old